November 24th, 1971. A man walks onto a plane with a bomb, demands $200,000, and then vanishes into thin air. Literally, no arrests, no dead body, just a mystery that baffled the FBI for over 50 years. This is the real story of D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper. Walking to an airport back then was like walking into a supermarket.
Put down $20 and you got a flight. That was pretty much it.
That is what Cooper did that day.
The hijacker, carrying a briefcase which held explosives.
Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll decide for yourself. Did Cooper survive, or did he pull off the perfect crime, only to disappear forever? Part 1. The hijacking, how it all went down. Our story starts in Portland, Oregon. A well-dressed man in a black suit and sunglasses buys a one-way ticket under the name Dan Cooper. Yeah, the media later messed up and called him D.B. Cooper, and it stuck. He boards Northwest Orient Flight 305, headed to Seattle. Little did anyone know, this guy was about to pull off one of the ballsiest heists in history. Once the plane is in the air, Cooper hands a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. She thinks it's a phone number or maybe a pickup attempt. But nope, it reads, "I have a bomb, you're being hijacked." Cooper opens his briefcase just enough to show wires and what looks like explosives. He's calm, polite even. He makes his demands, $200,000 in cash, that's about $1.5 million today, and 4 parachutes. Oh, and one more thing, the plane needs to be refueled in Seattle because he's not staying there. Part 2. The exchange, money, parachutes, and a plan. The plane lands in Seattle. Cooper lets all the passengers go, but keeps the crew hostage. The FBI scrambles to get his ransom, $200,000, in 20 bills, all with recorded serial numbers. They also give him 4 parachutes. Now, here's where it gets wild. Cooper orders the pilots to take off again, this time heading south toward Mexico. But what happens next? Somewhere over the dark, rainy forests of the Pacific Northwest, at 10,000 feet, with winds howling at nearly 200 miles per hour, D.B. Cooper does the unthinkable. He lowers the plane's rear stairs and jumps into the night. Poof, gone, just like that. Part 3. The search. Where did he go? The FBI launches one of the biggest manhunts ever. They search rivers, forests, and back roads. They interview hundreds of suspects, and they find almost nothing. Then in 1980, a kid digging on a beach near the Columbia River finds something bizarre. 3 bundles of rotting 20 bills. The serial numbers, a perfect match for Cooper's ransom. But here's the kicker. It's only $5,800. So where's the rest of the $200,000? Did Cooper drop it? Was he robbed? Or did he stash it somewhere? And more importantly, if the money was found, where's Cooper? Part 4. The suspects. Was it one of these guys? The FBI has investigated more than 1,000 people during its many years of investigation. These have proved the most fascinating among all the suspects. 1. Richard McCoy, a Vietnam War veteran who performed an identical aircraft hijacking in 1972 because of his skydiving expertise. Wanting capture and escaping prison resulted in his ultimate death during a shootout. The investigation team at the FBI decided to dismiss Cooper because his characteristics differed from the descriptions provided. 2. Kenneth Christiansen, a retired Northwest Airlines employee, fit the sketch description because he knew about planes while needing cash and sharing similar physical traits, but no solid proof. 3. L.D. Cooper, the niece of this man, claimed he admitted to the hijacking on his final day, but again, no hard evidence. And then there's the craziest theory of all: what if D.B. Cooper didn't survive? Part 5. Did he survive or die trying? Let's be realistic. Jumping into a freezing storm at night, over rough terrain, wearing a cheap suit and loafers? Not exactly survivable. Some experts think he splattered into the wilderness and his body was never found, but others say Cooper was a pro, maybe ex-military, maybe he had help, maybe he buried the cash and lived quietly under a new name. After all, no body, no crime, right? Part 6. D.B. Cooper in pop culture. D.B. Cooper acquired fame through pop culture notoriety. Loki, along with Prison Break and Leverage, featured several references to D.B. Cooper in their programming. Several music tracks exist about him, along with numerous fan hypotheses and comic book publications. The mention of unsolved crimes by people frequently positions Cooper as an initial suspect on their lists. Part 7. The Legacy. Why we still care. The FBI declared the case officially closed in 2016 when the legend spread across many media outlets. Through his famous heist, Cooper made the news industry create books and films as well as potential impersonators. The public maintains Cooper as a heroic figure because he defeated legal institutions before disappearing completely. So what do you think? Did Cooper make it? The Pacific Northwest region possibly consumed him entirely. I want to hear your ideas, so comment down below. If you love this deep dive into one of history's wildest mysteries, smash that like button, subscribe for more unsolved stories, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Who knows? Maybe you will be the one to finally crack the D.B. Cooper case.